Welcome, greetings of the day. I am Asha K, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. In today's class, we're going to learn the concepts of computational accuracy for DSP implementation. So in this particular class, we discuss double precision fixed point format and floating point format. Fixed point format has been already discussed in the previous class. Refer the previous video for that. And in today's class, we're going to discuss double precision fixed point format and floating point format. So in this first one, what we have here for today's class is double precision, double precision, double precision fixed point format. So in case of double precision fixed point format, numbers will be having double the fixed point size of the data. Here it is used to increase the range of numbers that can be represented in the fixed point format. Say it is mainly used to increase the size, and here since the size of the number, so whatever the previous fixed point format is there, same kind of one more fixed point format, double the size of the fixed size format is used here. Hence the name, it is called as double precision fixed point format. What happens in case of double precision fixed point format is it requires double the storage for the same data and may need double the number of access for the same size of data bus of the DSP devices. It is also an example of single precision fixed point format we have learned in the previous class. So two different kinds of single precision fixed point, if we have using, this is one single precision fixed point, this is another one single precision fixed point number, combined together this completely forms the double precision fixed point format. So after analyzing this double precision fixed format of data, we are moving on to another example. The another example of number format is floating point format. So what happens in case of floating point format? We'll be having three different terms or three different components in case of floating point format. In DSP application, if an algorithm involves situations like large number of products, it requires large number of bits to represent the signal and to allow adequate signal growth over the situation. Say in such cases, we're going to use the floating point formats. Here the processor chooses the floating point format both for representing the signal and as well as to represent the coefficients. In case of floating point numbers, we'll be having three main components. The three main components of floating point numbers are, the first is sign bit, the second one we call it as an exponent bit, and third one, it is also called as the fractional bit, or it is known as mantissa. Mantissa, it is used to represent the fractional part of the number. Say example of floating point number. If I consider an example of floating point number, say the example of floating point number, its value x, for floating point number, the value of x is given by equal to mantissa term of x value and also an exponent term of the x value. So I call this as floating point number 1, the value is x here, I'll take up another example of floating point number. Say its value is y. If its value is y, I can represent my into 2 to the power of ey. I call this as equation number 2. Say if I just wanted to multiply the x and y in case of floating point format, say I'll multiply this x into y, and this is nothing but equal to mx into 2 to the power of ex multiplication with my into 2 to the power of ey. What happens to mantissa term here is mantissa term will be multiplied, but when it comes to an exponent term addition will takes place. The product of x into y, that is multiplication of x into y, is given by mx into my mx into my into 2 to the power of ex plus ey. So this is one adder is necessary to add this exponent, and one multiplier is necessary to multiply the two mantissa terms. So we can implement this floating point multiplex number by using one multiplier and one adder. So we also have here two different types of floating point numbers. The two different types of floating point numbers are here we have single precision floating point number, single precision floating point number, and second one we have double precision floating point number. Double precision floating point number. So single precision floating point number is one format, and double precision floating point number is another format. So first, we represent here commonly used. The first one we'll consider commonly used single precision floating point number representation is developed by Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Say this particular format is called as 754 format. This format will have a specific three component of the floating point numbers. The three main component of the floating point number, first one, I'll be having an S bit, that is of 1 bit, followed by will be having 8 bits of exponent. This is exponent. This exponent it is of 8 bit, followed by remaining 23 bits of mantissa. So we'll be having remaining 23 bits of mantissa. This is called as, the representation is called as, here I'll be having 8 bits, here I'll be having 23 bits, here I'll be having 1 bit, sign bit. The complete total number of bit used in single precision, fixed point number representation is shown here. So this particular format is called as IEEE 754 format for floating point numbers. So IEEE 754 format for floating point numbers. So this is one the first figure of today's class. In this representation, the S bit is called as the sign of the mantissa. S bit is called as the sign of mantissa. Mantissa is also called as fractional part of the number. So this is nothing but the fractional part of the number, and we'll be having s is equal to 0 means the number is positive. If I have s is equal to 1, then the number is a negative number, negative single precision floating point number. And also the second component what we have here is biased exponent. I have a term called as exponent. This exponent is biased exponent. So what is this biased exponent here means? This is the exponent field needs to represent both the positive exponent values as well as negative exponent values. I can represent both positive exponent values also and negative exponent values also. And here a bias is added to the bias is added to the actual exponent, added to the actual exponent in order to get the stored exponent. In order to get the stored exponent. In case of the exponent term can have both negative and positive number. A bias is added to the actual exponent in order to get the stored exponent here. And after this particular topic, the third component that we have, the first component that we have had is sign. The second component that we had is exponent. And the third component of the single precision fixed point, single precision floating point number is, single precision floating point number is normalized mantissa. We have a mantissa term. This is a normalized mantissa term. This normalized mantissa is a part of the number, is in scientific notation. It is also a fractional value. It is also used to represent the fractional value of the uh, floating point format representation. If I just wanted to represent this floating point number, the value represented in the value represented by the data format. The data format that I am using here is floating point, single precision floating point format. So in this case, this will be minus 1 whole to the power s. S is equal to 0 for positive number. S is equal to 1 for negative number. And this will be added to the mantissa term. And we will be having 2 to the power of exponent value minus the bias value. Multiplication with 1 point the fractional value. This is nothing but your mantissa value, fractional value. And where E is the exponent and bias is the value which is stored in the exponent term. How much is the maximum value, positive value that can be stored in the exponent region? Say I have your exponent. In this particular exponent, how much is the maximum positive number I can store? That gives us the exponent value. So that particular exponent value is called as the bias value. The sign S bit represents the sign of the fractional part of the number. The sign is represented with the fractional part of the number. So with n bits of, say, we'll assume that I have n bits of fractional values are present. For this n bit of fractional value, the range of the fractional number that can be represented in the mantissa, the range of the fractional number, fractional number that can be represented by the mantissa is given by minus of 2 to the power minus n2 plus of 2 minus 2 to the power minus n. This is the range formula with n bits of f, that is fractional values. The range of the fractional number used in or represented in mantissa, used by or represented by the mantissa is given by this particular formula. And the bias is one which depends on the bit reserved for the exponent. So here, in case of single precision, 8 bits are reserved for the exponent. Say if I have 8 bits are reserved for the exponent, for this particular 8 bits reserved for the exponent, say exponent is of how many bit here? The exponent is of 8 bit. Since the exponents are of 8 bit, the formula to calculate the bias is equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1 minus 1. This is the value of bias. So this is for n bit. Say what I have here, n bit is equal to 8. That is 2 to the power of 8 minus 1 minus 1. So here I'll be having 2 to the power 7 minus 1. This is nothing but 128 minus 1. This is nothing but 127. For 8-bit exponent, always this value is not going to change. For 8-bit exponent, the value of bias is equal to 127. We can use this one in the upcoming problems. Moving on to double precision. The double precision floating point numbers. So in case of double precision floating point number representation, double the size of single precision floating point format is used. According to this particular, uh, double precision floating point, IEEE 754 number format, IEEE 754 number format. Here the sign bit is only 1 bit, but the exponent term is going to change. The number of bits in the exponent term increases. 11 bits of exponent values are used. 1 bit of sign bit is used. This is exponent. The second term, this after the immediately after the s will be having exponent term. Afterwards we will be having the remaining, that is double the size of single precision means 64 bits is the total number of bits it can accommodate. Hence the remaining bits are called as the mantissa or fractional bits. The mantissa or fractional bit for this particular case is 52 bits. Say, exponent is of how many bit now? The exponent is of 11 bits. Since the exponent is of 11 bits, to calculate the bias for the double precision floating point number, the formula goes like this: 11 minus 1 of minus 1. So this is nothing but 2 to the power 10 minus 1. 2 to the power 10 minus 1 is nothing but 1024 minus 1. This is nothing but 1023. So this is the double precision floating point number representation. This is the bias calculation for the double precision floating point format. So based upon this, we're going to solve one simple problem on this. That is the problem number 1. Find the decimal equivalent. Find the decimal equivalent of the floating decimal equivalent of the floating point binary number, floating point, binary, floating point, binary number that is 1 0 1 1 4 zeros 1 1 1 0 0. We are assuming here, assume a format similar to, IEEE 754, in which most significant bit is the sign bit. Most significant bit is the sign bit. This is the sign bit, followed by, we have here, followed by 4 exponent bits. 4 exponent bits, followed by 8 bits of fractional part. 8 bits of fractional part. So what we have to do here is, it is a floating point number. I have to calculate the decimal equivalent of this floating point number. So first, to start with the solution, note down the given data. The given data is telling us that 1 bit of sign followed by 4 bit of exponent, 4 bits of exponent, and followed by, we will be having mantissa. How many bit of mantissa? 8 bit of mantissa we are representing here. So this is the mantissa represented by mantissa or fractional part F. So in this particular problem, the given data for this is 1 0 1 1 4 0 1 1 0 0 0. For this particular number format, this represents the sign, followed by 4-bit represents the exponent, and remaining 8 bits. So these are total 8 bits represents the mantissa, or it is called as fractional part. It is called as fractional part. To start with the solution, first, they have given in the question itself, MSB represents the sign bit. Say here, MSB is S, that is equal to 1. 1, if S is equal to 1, means that it is a negative fraction I am having here. So it is a negative fractional value. The sign represents the negativeness of the fraction or positiveness of the fraction that I am having. Then I have to calculate the bias here. To calculate the bias, how many bit exponent we are using? We are using here exponent is of 4 bit. When I am using exponent is of 4 bits, say the formula goes like this: 2 to the power of 4 minus 1 of minus 1. Hence, 2 to the power 3 minus 1, that is 8 minus 1, that is equal to 7. This is the value of the bias. Similarly, I have to calculate the next value. What is the exponent magnitude and what is the fractional value magnitude? That is the decimal number. So here we have exponent is equal to 0 110, and fractional value that I have in this case is the fractional value. If you just observe the previous content, it is the fractional value will be like this. This is your sign bit, this is your exponent bit, remaining is fractional value. The remaining fractional value that we have, 3 zeros followed by 3 ones followed by 3 zeros. Now what we do here for this, separately calculate the decimal equivalent of this or fractional value calculation of this. Now for this we'll represent the position, 0th position, 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position. Here it is fraction -1, -2, -3, -4, -6, -7, -8 and -9. So once this is done, then what you have to do, we have only second place and the first position we have number 1. So if I just write 2 to the power 3 plus 1 into 2 to the power 2 plus 1 into 2 to the power 1 plus 0 into 2 to the power 0. The magnitude of this is 4 plus 2, that is the decimal value is 6. When it comes to this side, 0 into 2 to the power -1 plus 0 into 2 to the power -2 plus 0 into 2 to the power -3, no value from this, but 1 into 2 to the power -4 plus 1 into 2 to the power -5 plus 1 into 2 to the power -6 plus 0 into 2 to the power -7 plus 0 into 2 to the power -8 plus 0 into 2 to the power minus. So this term, no value I'm going to get. I'm going to get only 1 divided by 2 to the power 4 plus 1 divided by 2 to the power 5 plus 1 divided by 2 to the power 6. So for this, it is 0.0625 plus 0.03125 plus 0.015625. Now, after conversion, I'll be having 0.109375 is the fraction. So once this is done, so what we are going to do, the next here is, we'll be having the value x is represented as, the value, decimal value, the value x is represented as, that is x is equal to -1 whole to the power x, s sign bit into 2 to the power of e minus the bias value into 1 dot f. See, if you just see here, s is 1. As we all know from this problem, how much is the value of s? The value of s is nothing but, the sign bit is nothing but 1. Then what is the value of bias is 7. So I'll write down here, s is 1, bias is equal to 7. Similarly, if you just see, you have an exponent is equal to 6, that is e is equal to 6, and you will be having the fraction 109375. The fraction is equal to 0.109375. After having this, substitute all these values. Substitute all these values in the equation. That is -1 whole to the power of 1 into 2 into exponent is 6, bias is 7, multiplication with 1 dot of fractional values, that is 109375. Now after simplification, minus 1.109375 divided by, this becomes 2 to the power -1. When it comes to denominator, this is 2. So I'll be having 0 point after division 5546875 is the final value, that is in decimal. That is conversion of IEEE 754 format to decimal number. The decimal number is a fraction number that consists of minus 0.5546875. Okay. Today's class, I'll stop here. I'll continue in the next class.